Thank you for asking me to talk about 30 years of CyberKnife in 30 seconds or less, which is easy because we already wrote a paper on 25 years of CyberKnife with Bahman Emami and John Adler. Dr. Emami was the first author of the most widely cited Red Journal paper of all time on normal tissue complication probability, that's NTCP for conventional fractionation. Dr. Adler is the inventor of the CyberKnife. And I always been saying we need something like the Emami paper for SBRT. So we should put the two of them together, and that was our 25th anniversary paper. And that's how we know that it's possible to get very low risk of complications from CyberKnife for targets that move with respiration. The results of that paper are very good. And since now we have 25 and 30 year experience, now we know the risk of late toxicity can be kept very low. And that's going to enable our next project, I'd like to show you. Quantec is quantitative analysis of normal tissue effects in the clinic. High-tech is high-dose per fraction hypofractionated treatment effects in the clinic. This is like NTCP for conventional fractionation, and high-tech is like NTCP for SBRT. And now that those are done, we're proposing ReTech, which would be reirradiation treatment effects in the clinic, which will be like NTCP for retreatment. And Quantec and high-tech are full issues of Red Journal. And we think we need something big like that for reirradiation. So if you look at the trends in our field, the growth based on journal papers, in 2009 we were saying we need the Emami paper for SBRT, and they said, well, there's only 20 papers with NTCP for SBRT. You can't do it. There's not enough data. But if you look at now, 90% of the current papers with NTCP came out during our project. So we kind of got the data extracted and published during the project. That's the whole point of it. So now there's 35,000 papers on SBRT overall. There were about 5,000 when we started that project. And if you look at reirradiation now, we're up to 5,000 papers. So there's no shortage of journal papers. There's no shortage of patients, because a lot of patients are getting reirradiated. What there's a shortage of is papers that give enough data that we can estimate NTCP with the recovery factors to optimize and to be sure it's safe. And Dr. Kalnicki just brought it all home with this really good quote of, sparsity of data should not be the reason to prevent the project. Sparsity of solid data is the very reason that the proposed ReTech project is necessary and timely. So anybody who wants to join, this is what I think is gonna have a big impact next, and happy anniversary and more to come, and let us know if you're interested. Thank you.